Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus here again, and I want to tell you one more reason why I'm asking you to make me President of the United States of America. I am afraid for the people of this country. If we look back over our history, we will find that American people are people who broke away from the mother country. In other words, they bit at the hand that was feeding them. They didn't like the game, so they weren't playing. And they started a new nation. A nation that was owned by someone else. And they slaughtered these people down to helplessness. And after then, they had a portion of their community, women who had no rights at all. In fact, nobody had rights but the rich people, aristocracy. And they eventually brought on another group of people. They called them slaves. And they treated these people like slaves. When one would want to stand up, they would do things like take two horses, tie one leg to one horse and another leg to another horse, and send the two horses running different directions, while the other slaves watched. And they ripped this man apart. And he would teach the others, don't mess with the man. What man? The man who was running things, the white man. So they kept these guys for 400 and some years in slavery. I mean, just outright less than human. Okay. Then they turn around and they were hanging black people. They were killing poor whites. They were, you remember when the nation first started, they were fighting against the Indians, and white men were selling guns to the Indians. Not so the Indians could have a chance, but for money. They didn't care about who was dying. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had some of the world's greatest people here who were for nonviolence. They were murdered in this country. This is the same country of people who went and bombed Hiroshima, Nagasaki. Just bombed them up. No other folks have done this, but we have. We bombed Iraq. We bombed Afghanistan, killing thousands, I hear, of innocent people. And then it has been said that the World Trade Center, all the information that they gave us was a lie. That the main news media gave us was a lie. And you got other folks say, you think we did this to ourselves? Well, look at what I just told you. We are a nation of killers. A nation of killers. So, would we do this to ourselves? Of course we do it. And if you look at George Bush, he looks like one who would just come in to take care of this, who didn't win the election, who took it. So that tells you that this thing was set up, a conspiracy set up a long time ago. All they needed was a guy like Bush to come in and turn his head to the side. A guy like Bush, who was an extension of the George Herbert, who was an extension of Prescott. All these Bushes going back to war, going back to Germany, all these kinds of things. Will they be complicit in the World Trade Center? We have an evidence of stuff that's happened in Germany the same identical way. The same blueprint is the same one that they were using here. We got evidence of what they had tried to do to Cuba. All these kinds of things letting us know what we will do. And now, the information comes out that they're threatening to wipe off billions of people from the earth. You say they wouldn't do that. How in the world can you have billions of people on earth and 1% of the people got all the wealth? Got wealth that's commensurate to the wealth that the rest of the entire society got. You say they won't do it, they will do it in a heartbeat. They will do it in a heartbeat. Have you ever listened to Dick Cheney talk? Have you ever listened to Rumsfeld talk? Have you ever turned television to Fox and listened to those commentators talk? Have you listened to these white people talk about stuff? Have you listened to the Republican Party talk about what they want to do? Can you believe that you got elected officials and people who put on planes and things and kill just because somebody else don't like their philosophy? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, everything that can happen will happen in this country. And right now, I do not trust this new Bush that they putting up. The guy probably got something that they know the Bushes would do, so they're trying to convince this one to come on into office so they can sneak something in. Or Joe Biden, he seems to be a nice guy, but he's white and he's a male and he's just another white person. And then Miss Clinton. Oh man, if you read the stuff that they got on the internet about what she's been involved in, truer, I don't know, but it's enough to take notice. And I ask you, with all of the junk that these candidates carry, none of them offer us anything as far as change is concerned. The only thing you get is a different face. Their philosophy is the same. I don't care what Republican is talking. Then the whole effort is the same. Democrats, the same way. Now, this is just the stuff that's on the surface that you can see. What they're doing on the covers, my. And ladies and gentlemen, I tell you this. If you are so naive and can act so stupidly that you would let the powers that be convince you that these guys that they are putting up for president of the United States are your only choices, are your best choices, just because they folks who want them in office, giving them millions and millions of dollars, and the best man for this job hasn't one penny. And you probably won't hear anything about him unless you spread the news. So I want to know, who's smart, you or them? Yes, I worry about you because I'm not sure that if during another presidential swing that you will survive. I do not trust Republicans. I do not trust Democrats. I do not trust the rich, and I do not trust people who don't know God. So I want to run for president of the United States to save you. Save your life, not your soul. We'll let the preachers save your soul. I don't know too much about your soul. Don't even know if you got one. But I do know you living. And that's what I'm concerned about. Because I know if somebody made you, they made you living. So they're concerned about it too. Well, just keep your heads up, your ears open. Bye-bye.